Something incredible is happening in Nigeria. The air is thick with anticipation, and the energy on the streets is unmistakable. After years of waiting, the country is finally stepping into a new era, one defined by hope, ambition, and tangible progress. For the first time in decades, the nation hit its annual revenue target months ahead of schedule in August 2025. This achievement isn't just a number on a balance sheet. It's a testament to the resilience and determination of the Nigerian people, and a signal that the country's economic engine is roaring back to life. This is more than a headline. It's a sign of real change. For families, business owners, and young professionals, it means new opportunities are finally within reach. The sense of optimism is spreading, and people are daring to dream again. Alongside a $20 billion investment commitment from international partners, Nigeria's economy is finally gaining momentum. Global investors are taking notice, and partnerships that once seemed out of reach are now being forged in boardrooms and conference halls across the country. For years, Nigeria's potential was just talk. The promise of prosperity was overshadowed by setbacks and missed opportunities, leaving many to wonder if real change would ever come. Now, in 2025, the conversation is about what's actually happening. Newsrooms buzz with stories of progress, and boardrooms are filled with plans for the future. The narrative is shifting from what could be to what is. The sleeping giant is standing up. Nigeria is awakening to its own potential, and the world is watching as it takes its first confident steps forward. Early revenue success means less borrowing, breaking a cycle that's long held the country back. For the first time in a generation, there's a real chance to build a future on a foundation of stability, not debt. It signals to global markets that Nigeria's leadership is serious about reform. Investors and analysts are taking a fresh look, reassessing the risks and seeing the potential for growth and innovation. Investors now see opportunity, not just risk, as the government gets its house in order. The doors are opening for new ventures, and the world is eager to be part of Nigeria's transformation. The removal of the fuel subsidy has freed billions for infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Roads are being built, hospitals are opening, and classrooms are filling with children who now have a brighter future ahead. These reforms are tough, but they're starting to pay off. The sacrifices made today are laying the groundwork for a more prosperous tomorrow, and the benefits are beginning to reach everyday Nigerians. The journey is just beginning, but the first steps are strong. Across the nation, a new sense of determination is taking hold, and the belief in a better future is growing stronger every day. Nigeria is poised to rewrite its story, from unfulfilled promise to real progress. The dawn of this new economic chapter is not just a moment in time, but the start of a lasting transformation for generations to come. Let's put Nigeria's scale in perspective. This is a nation that commands attention not just in Africa, but on the global stage. Its sheer size and energy are impossible to ignore. With a GDP of $510 billion projected for 2025, Nigeria stands as Africa's largest economy, a powerhouse that drives regional growth and attracts international investment. Its financial districts pulse with ambition and opportunity. Economic growth is steady at 3.5 to 4%, outpacing many of its peers on the continent. New buildings rise, businesses expand, and innovation is on the move, signaling a country in transformation. But the real engine is its people, over 220 million strong, with half under the age of 18. This youthful population is both a challenge and an incredible opportunity, shaping the nation's future. This youth bulge is a potential economic gold mine, if harnessed through quality education, skills training, and meaningful jobs. The next generation could redefine what's possible for Nigeria. If Nigeria gets it right, its GDP could soar past $1 trillion by 2035, transforming not just its own destiny, but the entire region's. But the pressure is immense. Millions need access to quality education, reliable healthcare, and decent work. The scale of the challenge is as vast as the country itself. Every policy decision now carries generational weight, shaping the lives of millions and setting the course for decades to come. The government's reforms are a race against time, aiming to turn this demographic wave into lasting prosperity before the window of opportunity closes. Diversification, infrastructure, and technology aren't just economic strategies. They're social imperatives, essential for stability and progress. The stakes are high. Success could mean global influence and a new era of prosperity. but failure risks unrest and missed potential. Nigeria stands at a crossroads, its choices watched closely by the world, its future hanging in the balance. The question remains, can Nigeria turn its raw potential into lasting prosperity and become a beacon for the continent and beyond? For decades, Nigeria's economy rose and fell with oil prices. Oil brought wealth, but also dangerous dependency and corruption. Now the government is pushing hard for diversification. The Dangote refinery, a $19 billion project, marks a turning point, saving billions in fuel imports and adding $10 billion to GDP annually. Nigeria is moving up the value chain, producing more finished goods at home. Agriculture and manufacturing are being prioritized, with policies encouraging local processing and job creation. Reforms like the fuel subsidy removal were tough but necessary. The goal, a resilient, multi-sector economy no longer hostage to oil. Nigeria is determined to chart its own economic destiny. Lagos is the beating heart of Nigeria's new economy. It's Africa's startup capital, home to over 400 active startups and several unicorns like Flutterwave and Paystack. This tech boom is fueled by a young, digital-savvy population and supportive government policies like the Nigeria Startup Act. Lagos aims to become a global financial hub by 2030, with tech as its engine. Meanwhile, industries like cement, fertilizer, and auto assembly are thriving, making Nigeria a net exporter in key sectors. Tech and industry are working together. Digital infrastructure meets real-world manufacturing. This synergy is building a sophisticated, self-reliant economy. Lagos leads, but innovation is spreading nationwide. The future is being built by Nigerian hands and minds. Nigeria's reforms are attracting global investors. Over $20 billion in new commitments have poured in, led by China's strategic partnership targeting agriculture, manufacturing, and energy. The US and EU are also investing heavily in tech, energy, and infrastructure. This diverse investment base reduces dependence on any single partner. Projects include new rail lines, expanded ports, fiber networks, and renewable energy. Reforms like foreign exchange unification and improved regulations have boosted investor confidence. The world is responding to Nigeria's seriousness about reform. When Nigeria acts, global capital follows. Despite remarkable progress and the resilience of its people, Nigeria continues to grapple with deep-rooted and complex challenges that shape daily life and the nation's future. Insecurity remains a major threat, stretching from the ongoing insurgency in the northeast to persistent oil theft and sabotage in the Niger Delta. These security issues disrupt communities, hinder investment, and create uncertainty for millions. Inflation is high, eroding purchasing power and straining households. The cost of basic goods continues to rise, making it harder for families to afford necessities and plan for the future. The cost of living has surged, testing public patience for reform. Everyday Nigerians face long queues for fuel and transportation, while wages struggle to keep up with expenses. Infrastructure, especially electricity, is a persistent bottleneck. Businesses and homes alike rely on costly generators to keep the lights on, draining resources and stifling productivity. Until the national power grid is fixed and made reliable, economic growth and innovation will remain limited, holding back the country's true potential. Poverty is widespread. Nearly half the population lives below the poverty line, with many families struggling to access quality education, healthcare, and safe housing. Corruption still distorts markets and diverts resources away from those who need them most, undermining trust in institutions and slowing down meaningful reform. These issues can't be ignored. They're the true test of Nigeria's resurgence, demanding bold leadership, collective action, and unwavering commitment from all sectors of society. Overcoming them is essential for lasting progress. Only by addressing these hurdles can Nigeria unlock opportunities for its people and secure a brighter future. The optimism is real, but so are the obstacles. Every day, Nigerians balance hope with the reality of these persistent challenges. The next chapter depends on tackling these issues head-on, with courage, innovation, and a shared vision for a more prosperous nation. Nigeria stands at a pivotal moment. With a $510 billion economy, a massive youth population, and new investment, the foundation is set. The country is diversifying, building tech and industry, and meeting revenue targets. But the real test is execution. Can Nigeria sustain this momentum? Success means unleashing growth and stability across West Africa. Failure risks another lost decade. Can Nigeria surpass South Africa as Africa's industrial and economic leader? The path is clear but steep, requiring political will and resilience. The world is watching, hopeful for a new African leader. Will this be the decade Nigeria fulfills its promise? The answer is being written now.